Yeah, I think it's definitely a positive influence. I think fresh people, fresh mindset. Yeah, I think it's big. I mean, you mentioned that the last 4 losses to KKR. I don't think anyone in the room really would have known that because we gave out 6 caps before the game started. So we had 6 new players for this franchise, and yeah, I guess that's like a fresh start almost. It's a new cycle, obviously, in the IPL, but those fresh players, Salt being one of those, played outstanding tonight. The opening partnership really set it up for us, chasing, not a huge score, but still a decent total. To get us off to that start was crucial. So yeah, but definitely a positive. I think the changes for sure. I think it was more based on the conditions on the pitch. I think the fuller ball probably wasn't going to do as much unless you're searching for swing, which Yash did in the first over that he bowled. But I think I found that it was sort of just sticking in the wicket a little bit. The bounce was quite good. I like bowling here at Eden Gardens, and yeah, we just sort of stuck to our lengths. I think we would have had to bowl a little bit differently at the end if we didn't take those wickets through the middle. But KP bowled beautifully through the middle, and luckily we got to bowl at sort of the tail towards the end. So yeah, but I think the hard lengths work best out here most of the time. Yeah, I think so, for sure. We definitely talk about that in our bowlers meeting, and typically there's always someone in the room who's played a lot at that ground, whether it be here or Chinnaswamy or wherever. So they sort of stand up in those moments and talk about their experiences on that ground and what works well for them. So it's very much a discussion amongst the bowling group with the coaches. Specific planning for the grounds for sure. And I guess often there's a long side and a short side, so it's about using that as best we can. But yeah, typically I think conditions based is communication on the run. So it's me talking to the other bowlers if I bowl the first over, and vice versa if it's Bhuvi bowling, and what's going to work on this wicket. And it can change throughout the 20 overs for sure. But yeah, from here to Chinnaswamy to Ahmedabad, it's totally different. So it's just having all that skill sets in the back of your mind and coming up on that day with whatever you think's going to work best on that wicket. Yeah, I've bowled to Quinton quite a lot over the years in all formats. Very dangerous player, obviously. So I think it's pretty simple. It's just keeping really tight. I know I went a little bit wide on one ball and hit me for 4 through points. So it's just about keeping it very tight. Probably not trying to miss too full or too short. It's really sticking to that hard lengths. And I mean, if he makes something off that length and hits me for 4 or 6, then that's just a good shot. So yeah, sticking to my strengths definitely. Narayan, I think, yeah, if the wicket's got some good bounce in it, I think that's helpful for the bowlers. He's a dangerous player again. He's very much a power play batter, I think, and he's up there to take on the bowling and score quickly. So to keep him quiet was very handy. Yeah, I really think he'll just keep improving every game he plays this season. From what I've seen, I haven't seen a lot of Suyash, but I think even tonight he showed some guts to bowl that ball to Dre Russ at the end and bowl him. That was a big wicket. I think could have, the last 3 overs could have gone for maybe 30 plus if he was in. So that took courage to bowl that ball and take his wicket. So I think he's courageous, and I think he'll keep learning as we go along. Any legs, I think he's got some great skill for sure. So I'm excited to see where his game will go in the next 5, 6, 7 games. Yeah, I feel pretty good. I feel like I got through the game very well. It helps only having to bowl 4 overs. I know the intensity's through the roof, but to only bowl 4 overs is good for me at the moment. But yeah, I feel like I'll just keep building throughout the tournament. And I mean, this is probably the freshest I've been in a long time. Haven't played since I think it was mid-December. So the body's feeling fresh. I've done a lot of work off the field to get back to this point, which was tough. But yeah, I think mentally and physically I'm refreshed. So hopefully that holds me in good stead, not only for the next few months, but moving forward after that. So yeah, things are good. I definitely think leg spin early, and that was the plan, and it paid off tonight. If he gets through it over and I have to bowl at him, then it's just staying away from that swing, that arc. I think it's going wide, it's going under the heel. I think obviously we've got 2 bounces now per over, so it's probably using those. But yeah, I think it's just keeping guessing and yeah, he's a talented player and very dangerous player. Yeah, well, he's had pretty good success throughout his career batting the way he does. So, but yeah, I think whenever you've got a wrist spinner who can